We're going to start today's adventure right here. Apparently there's a small spring right next to the road that leads up to the Mullen mine. I hadn't known it would be here, so this is a pretty welcome little site, I guess. Decorated pretty nicely, and it appears to be in an old, I don't know if it's a compressor barrel or what, but it's pretty well held in place there. It's pretty neat to see all this, and hopefully there's going to be some more interesting stuff on the road up to the mine. Expecting some good things, especially when there's a smiley face right on one of the trees. I'm a bit further down the road, probably half a mile-ish, maybe not that far, and I just can't help but notice the amount of work put into creating the road to the Mullen mine. There's a giant talus field here, coming off the cliffs up above, and just, well, a huge amount of work had to have gone into crafting this specific road. And according to my maps, the mine should be just, quite literally just ahead. But I'm wondering if there's anything up above. It's just a lot of rock. A lot of rock indeed. So, just continuing to make our way across to the mine here. I'm checking out the hills for any other signs of mining activity, and I'm not really finding much, if anything. I do see lots of what's standing right here though, which is nice chunks of quartz with lots of tiny little grayish bits. I'm not sure if those are like stringers of other material, or if it's like moss, or if there's something else going on here. Not quite sure, but whatever it is, there's a lot of it in that quartz. Ooh, put it back up in a second here. But lots of individual small quartz veins, lots of just distributed quartz. So I think that's what they were following, is the quartz, because up ahead I can see more in the rocks there. I'll hopefully be over there in just a moment though. And I thought I'd be walking much further before I found quartz. But literally just past that one quartz standing up in the rock over there, the talus field starts to be filled with little dots and significant amounts of very milky quartz right around here. I can see a nice flat bit right up here, which should be the mine. That should be what we're checking out here. So, the Mullen should be a single shaft. I don't know if there was any adits. There's especially no adits marked on any of the maps that I've seen, but this right here looks like an adit. The way it's coming right out of the hillside here. But obviously nothing remains, like roofing material, and a lot of cans, different sorts. So, I wonder if this one's gonna have a date on it. That is not significantly old though, and it's been shot to hell. No, I'm not seeing anything. It's relatively new. I'd say 90s the latest. Most of these cans, though, don't necessarily look like 90s. Bit of wood over there. Not quite sure what this had been. The way this all kind of collapsed makes me think there was an adit in here. Oh yeah, there's some mineralization on the rocks in there. So yeah, there had to have been an adit right here. It looks like a rather large one, I have to admit, because that's a lot of waste rock. So, I'm going to go ahead and find a way to get over here without getting too many ticks on me, as it is tick season, and hopefully catch you on that nice orange rock just about in the middle of the screen there. And there is that nice chunk of very iron-stained rock. There's a few bits of different minerals, kind of all over the place here. But the majority of it's just iron-stained quartz right here, specifically. I do notice, as I got, holy cow, this rock field is very loose. This looks more and more like an adit to me, because I think I see remains of a vein up there. There's little bits of vein up there. Let's zoom in a little bit. Little bits of vein up there, certainly some staining. A couple bits of stained stuff over there. Doesn't extend that way very far, but the stained rocks seem to indicate that things went this way. So, not sure if this was the specific vein they were, well, getting in on, but certainly worth looking into here. I'm going to explore a little bit further, take a little bit further look at some more rocks and minerals here, because these ones are interesting, though basically just iron staining. And really, just take a look at the area. I don't think there's much in the way of mineralization left, but that's why I'm going to be taking a look around. So hopefully catch you again in a minute. And now that I'm on top of everything, I climbed up that little bit right there. I see that there used to be a road going up here. It is now so overgrown that I'm not necessarily sure I can just get through it. Lots of little trees. But what I did see on top of the suspected adit here is signs of collapse. So, yeah, I'd say this is what they were following. So, I don't know if you can see it. There's that little orange patch right there. I believe that's what they were following. I think that is the vein itself. And the adit went in sort of that direction. Right on top of the collapse there. So, I don't know, but I do think that this might be the only spot here. I'm not really seeing signs of further development. Doesn't look like things going that way. And I don't know if this road even goes anywhere. Obviously it hasn't been walked in a while. But there are lots of quartz chunks just kind of laying around in the rocks, in the piles here. Might be something we come back to. But this is more of just a basic sort of first look exploration. Definitely going to come back here with some friends and explore further. If there are any open adits, my friends wouldn't necessarily forgive me for not bringing them along, and would very much like to come here themselves, so can take a look and hopefully find a whole bunch of stuff. But I'm going to head back further down and take a look, and if I see anything, I'll bring it back. Oh, I just fell. Oh, lesson learned. Don't stand on small sticks. Ow. Alright. We'll hopefully catch you up in just a minute again. So not a very far walk from the waste rock pile. Just continues a nice flat little bit until here. Looks like the road or the waste rock pile they're constructing just kind of ends. A small pile of wood and other such things, wood and rocks. I think this is just kind of the end of the little bit of hill right here. So, I think this kind of concludes my exploration today. The Mullen mine doesn't seem to have a whole lot here left. At least not without further exploration on a day when I have more time. So, well, when I have more time and when I have more companions than just myself. But it's an interesting spot. Quite nice. Lots of quartz in the waste rock. And I just didn't see much mineralization, so we're going to have to come back with some rock picks and hammers and smash some stuff open and see what we can find. I'll catch you in the next video.